My name is Xander Khan. I'm an acupuncturist and Chinese herbalist at the All-in-One Acupuncture and Wellness Center in Northeast Portland. We're here today in the lovely fall room. This is one of our 5 treatment rooms here at the clinic, and my personal favorite. I'm here today to talk with you a little bit about Chinese sports medicine and what kind of tools we bring to injuries like ankle sprains and finger jams and things like that. You may have heard that acupuncture, massage, cupping are really useful tools in treating these sorts of injuries, but what a lot of people don't know, and it isn't talked about very much, is how Chinese herbs play a role. And they play a pretty big role, actually. So Chinese herbs have been used for millennia in places like kung fu studios to treat these sorts of injuries very effectively before the Chinese had access to things like Advil or ice. So acute injuries, one of the main tools that we have instead of using ice is called san huang san. It's a formula that I make here, and I actually just call it not ice because it's what we use instead of ice. It has all the things, it does all the things that we really like about ice. It kills pain, reduces swelling, reduces inflammation, but it doesn't have the negative side effect of actually freezing your tissue and slowing circulation, which actually can slow the proper healing of an injury. I've been making this for a while now. It's based on very old recipes from thousands of years ago, and I just make it in a salve and sesame oil and beeswax. You apply it for the first 24 to 48 hours after a significant injury like an ankle sprain, and it does about 80 to 90% of the work right there in reducing swelling, pain, and inflammation. Another thing that we have here at the clinic that I make is called trauma liniment. This again is not my recipe, but I make it here just for use in the clinic. Basically, it's a dozen or so herbs that are soaked in alcohol for about a year, and then we throw the herbs away and we use that liquid to spray right onto the injury. So trauma liniment is used in cases like an ankle sprain after you've used san huang san or not ice for the first couple of days. If you still have a little residual swelling and pain or inflamed tissue like bruising or anything like that, you can use this to really get rid of that kind of residual inflammation. So that's for like days 2 through 10 after an injury. Treating chronic injuries, another way that Chinese herbs are really helpful. So, a sprained ankle that 5 years later has become your bad ankle because it wasn't treated properly the first time. So in Chinese medicine, we think about stasis being in that joint or that injured area. And when stasis, so that's actually like coagulation of the blood, has been in an area for years and years, it's thought from a Chinese medical perspective that cold actually comes into that joint. So we have another liniment here called tendon liniment, which is a very warming liniment. So it's got some very hot herbs in it, as well as some very strong blood-moving herbs like frankincense and myrrh. So this is a really useful thing for kind of chronic pain issues that have been around for quite a long time. Maybe there was an acute injury initially that wasn't treated properly, so we can use this in situations like that. And in conjunction with acupuncture, massage, cupping, moxibustion, which is a warming therapy that we use as well in the clinic. That's where we burn the mugwort herb actually on the needles or directly on the skin. In conjunction with all those therapies, these herbal remedies are really quite useful at restoring proper tissue function to these kinds of injured areas. I myself actually dropped a small safe on my foot a few weeks ago. I put this salve right on there for overnight and woke up the next morning, didn't have any bruising or pain. It was actually quite remarkable instead of ice, so it's a good one. So welcome to our clinic. If you haven't been in before, I definitely encourage you to come by, although I hope not to see you with a sprained ankle anytime soon. If you have any questions, you can always call our front desk staff, and if you want to book an appointment, they can take care of that as well. So, nice to meet you. Bye-bye.